Alright, so yesterday on the Beep Forward event, they showed off a lot of games, but what I wanted to talk about was Assassin's Creed Valhalla and what they're bringing to the game in the near future. So I thought maybe I can show off the trailer first, so that, you know, if you haven't watched it, you can watch as we watch as well. And then I'm gonna talk to you about what I think about the black box missions, but you will see. Let's jump straight into the video. Classic druid stuff, right? Assassins equal druids. Okay, so pretty much zero assassins.
In November
right
2020, we released Assassin's Creed Valhalla. To our delight, it was the biggest launch for any Assassin's Creed game to date, and we have you to thank for that. Becoming Eivor, a Viking leader going on a quest to fight for a new home, is an adventure that resonated closely with many of you.
I was like, hey,
I certainly had fun exploring England with Eivor and stumbling across unique world events that left me with memorable side stories. We're amazed to see how you dedicated yourselves to the Viking lifestyle. You've led more than 300 million raids in total, and built more than 100 million buildings in your
assassination numbers? Come on.
Congrats.
This is Assassin's Creed.
Eivor still has a long journey ahead, and we've been continuing to offer free updates for all players to enjoy post-launch. These updates include time-limited festivals, new quests, and even whole new game modes, such as the River Raids update and the Mastery Challenge. We add in community-requested tweaks and features too. For instance, we'll be adding one-handed swords in the coming
right?
weeks.
Jesus Christ.
The team is also working
a Viking
hard
game with
at
no
tackling
one-handed
issues
swords.
and improving the
But
game
at least
experience
finally
for
we're getting
everyone. We've been tracking various known issues on our forums and also shared our complex bug-fixing process in a recent dev blog. We love seeing your continual feedback, and we thank you for your patience and support for the game. On top of regular free updates, we're also building on Eivor's story and the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla through game expansions. Wrath of the Druids released a few weeks ago,
if you haven't watched
allowing
the
players
review,
to explore Ireland and battle a mysterious cult,
Watch my review.
the Children of Danu.
It was meh.
In our second upcoming expansion, you'll get to relive the Siege of Paris.
This is more interesting.
This is the most ambitious battle in Viking history, taking place in war-torn Francia. You'll have to do everything in your power to uncover enemy secrets and form strategic alliances in order to safeguard your clan's future. Players may be excited to learn that Blackbox Infiltration missions are returning. This means you're given a goal for a mission, but how you'll achieve it is up to you.
Alright, so this is what people were being confused about, because, you know, if you've played Assassin's Creed Origins up to Valhalla, you know that these missions are pretty much free reign. You can do whatever you want. You can kill your target however you see fit. You can use an arrow. You can stab them to death. You can go in, you know, just sword blazing and kill everyone with no stealth. So people were a little bit confused as to what the black box mission, and I believe that I have a theory, let's say, of what it might be. So I think that the black box mission, the black box, what they're talking about the black box is having little set pieces for a specific mission. So let's say this person right here in the altar is your target. So the black box might be, how did you get in? For example, how did you get into this place? It might be through a set piece. Let's say a guard is defecting or something, and, you know, gives you a little task. Hey, if you do this for me, I'll let you in. So it can be many things. For example, your target is inside a church. Well, let's do a little bit of a side quest, like a mini side quest, and then I'm gonna be able to get inside a coffin you know, Ragnar style, and just go and be taken inside the church where I can then pop out of the coffin and kill the target. So I think the black box mechanic will sort of be based around little set pieces and events that will be able to be triggered, and you are the one who is going to choose which ones to trigger, and if you want to trigger them all or something. Like AC Unity, of course, was the game that black box missions were introduced on, and it had sort of like this sort of style. Also Syndicate as well. Syndicate had these sort of like set pieces that you could interact with if you wanted, and they would, you know, they would breathe new life into the mission, and there would be like a special sort of like way to do the mission, you know. For example, the Notre Dame mission in AC Unity, you could simply know, you know, over here, dude, know where Sévère is gonna be, pick the lock of the window in Notre Dame, jump in, stealth your way into it, and go inside and then kill Sévère. You could go to the monk, the priest or monk that's on the roof, asking for the keys back. So you could then get the keys from the thief and then easily go inside Notre Dame with the keys. So that's what I'm talking about. The way that you kill Sévère is probably gonna be always the same thing, but the way that you get inside Notre Dame is different. And in Valhalla, we've had a similar mission to the one in AC Unity. One mission that I would say is very close to a black box mission, which is the Arrow assassination in the London arc. Basically, in the London arc, when you're investigating to find out who the Arrow is, you're essentially doing several tasks. You're overhearing about something. You then need to do an archery challenge. You then need to get inside behind him while he's doing the speech, and then you can kill him. So I think what we can imagine in a black box scenario for Assassin's Creed Valhalla could be something very similar, where in the end we can assassinate our target in a very different and special way, just like the Arrow was. So I was a little bit disappointed in Valhalla that we didn't get as many cool sections as the Arrow assassination, but they're introducing a black box design into the Siege of Paris, so I'm really curious to find out more, but this is my theory on how it's gonna work. So let's continue watching. I don't, there's not gonna be much else.
Expect new abilities.
Put the bomb on dude.
Weapons, gear, and of course,
I have a video actually for the Arrow assassination. If you guys want to see a video for the Arrow assassination, I'm gonna put the card up there. Make sure to watch. Make sure to watch it if you want.
Is up to you.
And then let's
Expect
continue
new
here.
abilities.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I have another video. If you guys want to see another video, I'm gonna put up the card up there as well, where I talk about the combat system in Valhalla. I talk about all their abilities they design. Most of the abilities they design is usually to finish off enemies instead of complement the flow of combat. So as you can see here, Eivor puts a bomb there. You have to back away and the guy explodes. So it basically stalls your combat a little bit. So I'm not gonna use that ability, you know, for sure.
Weapons.
But here you can see, you can take a better look at the one-handed swords. Finally, I don't know why. I don't know why they took out or they didn't include the one-handed swords from the beginning. But hey, I'm really happy that they're gonna be. These are gonna be my main weapons.
And of course, new enemies. Watch out for the Siege of Paris coming this summer.
All right, so this was another enemy here. So this is a new enemy, or spec enemy with a jeez, a really long spear. Oh, you can't see because of my face, but yeah, it's a really long spear.
Watch out for the Siege of Paris coming this summer. Assassin's Creed has long focused on the exploration of history, and we are happy to announce that the new Discovery Tour
nice
will be released
for the
this
history
fall.
buffs.
It will be free to all who own Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
It's really cool.
Explore the world and take a deeper dive into the history of the Viking Age. The team has crafted a new experience where you'll get to play as people during the time of Vikings.
You always learn a lot of interesting
and follow
things
them in
with
their
the Discovery
endeavors,
Tour.
big and small, while collecting exclusive rewards. Whether you're an Assassin's Creed fan with a heart for history or a student looking to supplement your knowledge, the Discovery Tour Viking Age will have you covered. Assassin's Creed Valhalla doesn't stop here. For the first time on an Assassin's Creed title, we'll be supporting the game well into its second year.
Okay.
Well, this year will be a very active year for the
this
game.
is like
We're
the
already
second
working
biggest
on
news.
more expansions for next year.
Yeah.
Something tells me that Eivor is not done with Odin yet.
People were not happy about this in terms of lore-wise, and there's this message here as well. I mean, I need to find out more before I formulate an opinion, really. Because, like, so far, I think there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of a speculation of what that DLC is gonna be. It depends. I can't really say my opinion right now because we know nothing really so far. But, you know, I hope they treat the material that they had in the main game with respect and, you know, not just double down. Oh, Odin is back again, you know. I don't want them to do that. So I hoped you liked my explanation for Blackbox mission design. It's my theory. It's what I think it's going to be. And I hope to see you all next time. Take care. Bye.